Welcome back to Master Your Ash. I'm your host, Michael Prisdale, and today I've got a pairing of the Cavalier Black Series USA Edition. And this is a really fun looking cigar. This is a USA exclusive from Cavalier, and we'll jump more into that in a second. But first, we're gonna pair that with some Rémy Martin, or as the French would say, Rémy Martin XO. And this is a beautiful cognac. Over 400 different eau de vie are utilized in this process. The youngest eau de vie being 10 years in age, all the way up to 37 years in age. So Rémy Martin XO. We've had Hennessy XO on the show before. And we've talked a little bit about how Hennessy XO is the original XO by royal decree, so on and so forth, 1800s. Rémy XO came in the 1900s, shortly thereafter. And with over 400 different eau de vies going into the blend of cognacs, because that's all cognacs are a blend of different eau de vie. So to backtrack, eau de vie is after distillation and then receiving aging. So you have a certain designated area in cognac that you're able to pull your grapes from. And these are very specific differences between Rémy and Hennessy. With Hennessy, Hennessy likes to use all 5 areas in their cognacs. So Grand Champagne, Petit Champagne, Fin Bois, Bon Bois, and the Borderies. Those 5 areas are all very different in terroir, different in soil, different in styles of grapes. Some grapes from some areas like Grand and Petit Champagne age for a really long time, become a very dominant kind of style in the cognacs that they end up being the source product for. And then with Fin Bois, Bon Bois, and the Borderies, you get more kind of nuanced aromas. You get some really, really good cognacs in a very, very young age range. So Hennessy likes to have the very, very broad strokes. Rémy paints with 2. Rémy is a Fin Champagne cognac. So right on the bottles of the Rémy cognacs, you can see Fin Champagne cognac. What does that mean? Fin Champagne cognac means that you are only utilizing Grand and Petit Champagne regions to get your grapes from and to use for distillation. So think about this. 2 regions out of the 5, and then 400 different eau de vies, AKA distillates, that are aged for a minimum of 10 years, blended together, maximum of about 37, to create Rémy Martin XO. And the aroma of plum, candied orange, and like a little bit of hazelnut. That is phenomenal. So, I digress. Let's go back over to Cavalier. Cavalier Black Series. I've smoked the Black Series 2 in Toro. I've reviewed that. Smoked the White Series, reviewed that as well. And I wanted to take the USA exclusive and review this for the channel. So this has a beautiful kind of pigtail cap, the signature gold embossing in the wrapper leaf. So Sébastien Descoupet, who is the owner of the brand, he is a former corporate businessman, originally from Switzerland, and that's why the Cavalier cigars have their signature gold embossing on it, like a beautiful Swiss chocolate that's here in my hand. And the Cavalier lineup of cigars, so far what I've experienced, what I've tried. In the Black Series, obviously San Andreas wrapper, very similar in style to the USA exclusive. This is Habano binder and filler, so slightly different tweaks to the blend. Also, this is a 5x50 Robusto in size. So very nice kind of size format. Whereas with the Toro, there was a similar blend, similar wrapper, but obviously a different size format. With the white label that I recently reviewed, that was definitely a lot more mild, had some nice spice notes to it, but overall I felt like the Black Series was top tier out of the two of them, and that's why I chose this particular Black Series to review with the Rémy Cognac today. Really earthy notes, especially off the initial cold draw and pre-light. Nice spice notes. Not really a cinnamon spice, more black peppery, but very well balanced with the earthiness that comes off the stick. One of my only complaints about this cigar is, and you've heard me say this before, when the bands are this high up on a cigar, it's kind of like right in my mouth. But past that, it's okay. The pairing with the cognac, like this hazelnut candied orange thing that's going on, along with the earthy chocolate notes on this cigar, it's really nice right off the beginning. I was reading the PG Gourmet Guide to Cigars, and in the book, which is 1990s, so it's a little dated, he was making the claim that in England, it's proper to remove the band from your cigar before you light it and start smoking. So, you know, being that the band is in a precarious kind of manner, I will remove it whilst I start smoking. The beauty of the Cavalier cigars is that everybody knows that you're smoking a Cavalier anyway, because boom. So, moving through the first third into the second third from what I smoked on the other sample that I tried before. The beauty of this cigar and the reason why I chose to pair it with the Rémy Martin XO. There were a lot of plum, dried fruits, kind of a hazelnut nuttiness that develops in this particular cigar. The hazelnuts, I really didn't get out of the Black Series 2. So I felt like it was unique to the USA exclusive, which I really appreciated. Those same hazelnuts blend really, really well with the Rémy Martin XO. So pairing wise, I feel like they treat each other very well throughout the whole entire experience. It's not something that midway through smoking the cigar, the Rémy becomes too overwhelming. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to bring Rémy Martin into the kind of fold, because with Hennessy XO, it's a very, very like bold XO cognac. And with Rémy, I feel like it's a little more nuanced in kind of its approach. So for cigars that aren't overwhelmingly powerful with spice or with very full body, I feel like it's just a nice kind of fit. And being that we've already had Hennessy XO, I figured I would talk about, you know, the other kind of player in the major cognac market and talk about Rémy XO and kind of what those distinct differences look like. The USA Robusto by Cavalier is about $9.50 MSRP. I would urge you, it's very difficult to find cigars that are under $10 that have all of those wonderful kind of flavor notes to them, where you get all the nice chocolate and leather and earthy notes from the Mexican San Andres, but you also get this really nice kind of walnut, pepper, spice note coming from the Habano filler and binder. So I urge you to go out there, find this cigar, definitely buy these up. I think that they're gonna be really, really nice for years to come. And considering that Cavalier, I believe, started out in about 2017, really nice like brand to just look out for, because these are gonna become so popular. I will say that once you hit the gold embossing in the wrapper, you will get somewhat of a wavy burn, but it evens itself rather nicely throughout the cigar. And Sébastien Decoupet, he's really into the art form of pairing wine and pairing cigars, and the art form that goes into all different types of processes, whether it be distillation, fermentation, and spirits, or distillation, fermentation, and different kinds of metrics when it comes to cigars. So for him, when I met him originally at the TPE trade show this last year in Las Vegas, it was just really nice to kind of shoot the breeze over a stick and talk a little bit about like pairing his cigars with spirits on this channel. So I really appreciate him for his generosity in sending me home with some of these sticks so that I could review them here today. And I think that they pair very, very nicely with a lot of fine spirits. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below, as it really helps grow this community and grow this channel. Reach out to me on Instagram @MasterYourAsh, and I will check you again for another cigar and spirit review.